So yes, Illumination are making a brand new Minions short, based off of this guy who we haven't seen in 13 years. He disappeared off to the moon in 2010, and as I understand it, this comes as a bit of a surprise to a lot of people. Illumination are known for some pretty grand projects, you know, bringing on that plague in the mid-2010s of the Minions, and as well, obviously, making recently the Super Mario movie. But they also make shorts as well, and I don't think this is very well known. In fact, Illumination have a whole production line that has already created about 30 little shorts. Practically for every single film they've produced, they've created 2 to 3 shorts out of. And with Minions, it's all the more, considering they also have so many different Minion movies to bounce off of and count as technically new territory. In fact, we covered some of the likes of their previous stuff with a video we made called Illumination's Minion Spinoffs. It didn't do very well, but it was all about going over the series that they basically call Minions and More. It's the side projects that they make just to bolster things up on the side, like a Pixar short. Similarly, this upcoming Mooned one is to come as the precursor before the Migration movie that comes out this year in December in the US. Still February in the UK for some reason. I don't know why they did that. Still, alongside obviously having all the main things that they create as shorts, they also do the exact same thing, interestingly enough, with all of their IPs that they just consume. They've made a couple of shorts out of the Grinch, they've done some with the Lorax, and yes, they've done some with the Mario movie. I don't think we've actually seen it, or if we have it, it'll be on the DVD, but I don't buy Illumination movies on DVD. Do you own Minions on DVD? I doubt it. Apparently the case is yellow. Marketing. Either way, yes, they have made at least one Mario movie short, and it's all about Kamek trying to sneak in a power-up to Bowser while he's imprisoned in Princess Peach's castle. That, I believe, actually could even be one that comes out after Mooned, with this Mario one being a precursor to whatever the next Illumination movie they're making is. Even still, if you can't see it from the visuals already, it looks to be just a very simple short. This is the villain of Despicable Me 1 who just gets trapped onto the moon, and this is their escapades getting off of it. It feels very Wile E. Coyote, which is, I don't know if that's a crime to try and take Looney Tunes inspirations or genuinely well, heartily made, because, you know, we love a good bit of slapstick, and Minions, they can be kind of slapstick. To be fair, the last time we saw Minions was in Minions 2, Rise of Gru, and that was a pretty good movie. A lot of people really, really liked that, so hopefully it keeps the same vibe here. I don't actually know from the visuals alone if this will be particularly good, but in that old video we kind of did an analysis of what was good and what was bad, and some were decent. They were just a nice big, yeah, from what I remember, they were just a nice big hearty expose of slapstick little gags. Nothing too harmful, occasionally a little bit soulless and creatively dead, but, you know, it's Illumination, it's 50-50. Now, all of the other details I could actually find about this short just are articles that then go into a big old advertising spree for the Migration movie, but we've also already done that already, so we'll forget about that. Instead, let me tell you a little bit about the presumed behind the scenes of this short movie and the production, since there is a little bit of a history there on Illumination. At the very start from the cast, there are of course only 2 characters, the Minions and Vector, and previously they were voiced by Pierre Coffin and Jason Segel. Likely they'll be returning. Sounds about the same to me. And on the crew side of things, nothing seems to have been revealed, but maybe we can piece some things together based on their prior shorts. For example, when it comes to Minions and More, which was more of like a collection of putting all these shorts together, that was being directed as well as written by the voice of the Minions, Pierre Coffin. And so for him to be part of the crew would also make a lot of sense, just to piece things together. Obviously, Chris Meledandri's going to be involved. He is the main CEO of everything Illumination. However, when it comes to directly looking at the shorts individually, there are all sorts of different writers and directors that are getting named in different places. I could list them all to you and show you a bunch of faces, but I'm not sure if you'd really care that much, to be honest. Perhaps some of the more notable ones are the ones that appear in both the directing and the writing roles, such as Brian Lynch for Binky Nelson Unpacified. And that's the only guy I see that overlaps. Alrighty then. A detail I could find that might be a little bit inconsistent is there was news of this short being made in the future 6 months ago that said that this short was to be named Vector, after the main villain of the main character. And back then it said that the directors would be Guy Barelli and Eric Favela. Now, Eric Favela is very much just an Illumination insider, part of the animation department for Despicable Me 2, Lorax, Super Mario Movie, and Rio. However, he does have a writing history with some of the Illumination shorts, such as with Super Gidget, Gunter Babysits, Norman Television, and We Bare Bears. Oh, the TV series, okay. Oh, for just one episode. Meanwhile, Guy Barelli, I think that's how you pronounce it, I've never seen an apostrophe in the middle of the surname like that before, was the art department for Minions Rise of Gru, The Grinch, Kung Fu Panda 3, and Penguins of the Madagascar, and Mario Movie. So again, very much upfront, head of story kind of guy, especially for Minions 2. He's specifically head of story for that movie. And as a director, he did Minion Scout, which I think is one of my favorite Illumination shorts of the bunch, and the Minions Holiday Special, and Cycle in 2007, but I don't even see a logo for that film, so Oh well. Beyond that, I think this is just a tiny piece of news that Illumination wanted to send out there as an extra marketing boost for the Migration movie. And though this comes from a time when all sorts of marketing can go full scale, perhaps it's just a way of trying to get people to go to this weird duck movie. Say, hey, there's new Minions content, come on over, come to the short, see the full movie we've tacked on to the end of it. I don't know. I'll be interested to see it, as although that last video didn't do very well and I'm not the most motivated to make more, if there is some room for a demand nowadays, I'll be happy to go over more, since there were 30 shorts and I think we only did like 15. There is so much Illumination content to digest into, but we'll get there when we'll get there. Show me the Mario movie short into the next movie and maybe I'll be a bit more interested. But either way, there's a little bit of what's going on for now. It might have been news that surprised you, but I'm not that fussed. But let me know your thoughts. Do you care? Is this just a cool? I don't know, maybe there's a super Vector fanboy in the audience, what do I know? For now, though, I'll end it off here. My name's been Daz. You didn't really care. Come subscribe if you haven't already, if you want to hear more random movie news every single day, since I upload every day now, or I try to. And I'll see you in a little bit.